We've got a big patch of clouds passing through eastern KELOLAND right now, and even a few showers and a thunder shower. You see north of I-90, we do have some lowering there. Even a thunder shower up by Brookings, not getting much in the way of a rainfall, though. That will end, and the clouds will clear out during the nighttime hours tonight. In fact, it's going to be pretty chilly by tomorrow morning. 35 in Sioux Falls, 27 in Aberdeen, 34 in Pierre, 32 in Rapid City. During the day tomorrow, it's not going to warm up very much. We'll have a gentle northwest breeze, a mostly sunny sky. 60 for a high in Sioux Falls, 58 Aberdeen, 60 in Pierre, 64 degrees in Rapid City. We will warm as we go through the weekend, which should also be rain-free. Details on that coming up. KELOLAND News First at 4 starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News First at 4.
Coming up, charges filed in connection with a recent drive-by shooting in central Sioux Falls. We're going to tell you what we know.
Plus, the issues some absentee voters in Iowa are experiencing with sending in their ballots.
And why striking Boeing workers are extending their walkout. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Dan Santella.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A man with a violent criminal history is behind bars in connection with a recent drive-by shooting in central Sioux Falls. 21-year-old John Beck is accused of shooting at a house, injuring a woman inside. It happened just south of Whittier Middle School earlier this month. Authorities say he was driving a stolen car. Today in court, the prosecutor told the judge the 41-year-old victim was shot in the arm and had bullet fragments in her chest. The prosecutor said witness testimony, surveillance video, and text messages link Beck to the shooting. Beck is on active parole for robbing a gas station in Mitchell. A Hartford man is dead following a crash west of Sioux Falls this morning. Authorities say a motorcycle was heading west on Highway 42 just before 6:30. At the same time, the pickup heading east tried to pass the vehicle in front of it and collided head-on with the motorcycle. The 56-year-old driver of the motorcycle died at the scene. The driver of the pickup suffered minor injuries.
The search for a missing Nebraska boy has come to a happy ending. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says a local farmer found 11-year-old Holden Duncan hiding in a shelter belt this morning. Officials are making sure he's okay and hope to reunite him with his family as soon as possible. The Knox County Sheriff's Office is thanking everyone involved in the search.
Well, let's get a check of our weather now. It's a pretty ideal fall day out there.
Yeah, this is kind of what we're talking about when we're talking about, 7 days till Halloween.
Yeah, we'll take it, Jay.
Yeah, it is cooling down, isn't it? We do have a lot of clouds right now here in the eastern part of KELOLAND, including Sioux Falls. That's one of the reasons why we are so cool. Sioux Falls has had a few sprinkles. That is all. There has been a little bit more in the way of rain shower activity north of I-90. Right now, 62 at Falls Park, west breeze at 5 miles per hour. Now, Madison had a couple tenths of an inch of rain come through there earlier, even a bit of lightning. Now, as you can see, that is done, but the clouds remain. In fact, it's calm there, 52 degrees. In Pierre, we have some clouds. They are breaking up and departing, actually, right now. 60 degrees with an north wind at 25 miles an hour, and in Rapid City, north wind at 28. So we do have a pretty good north wind. Rapid City coolish at 62 with those clouds, which are breaking up. Here's where we do have some showers, and you see our lightning tracker picking up there on that little band of thunder showers north of Highway 14, kind of north of the Brookings area. Also into southwest Minnesota, we have some of those spotty showers. They're not going to amount to much because they're kind of moving on along. There's not very strong, but some folks at least are getting some rain. Looks like Sioux Falls, we might have to be content with the few sprinkles that we got earlier. For tonight, those clouds will leave, and then the temperature is going to drop like a rock. Sioux Falls low 35, Aberdeen 27, Pierre 34, Rapid City 32, and then tomorrow should be a pleasant enough autumn day. 60 in Sioux Falls, so just 3 degrees above normal for this time of year. We'll have a northwest breeze, pretty light at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Aberdeen 58, Pierce 60, and Rapid City 64 degrees. No rain for the upcoming weekend. In fact, Sunday looks fairly warm. We'll talk about that and look at next week in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jay. Well, in a week and a half, South Dakota voters will decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana. This afternoon, we're getting a better idea of how people are planning to vote. KELOLAND News teamed up with Emerson College and The Hill to conduct a poll of 825 likely South Dakota voters. When asked how they would vote on initiated Measure 29, which would legalize the recreational use, possession, and distribution of marijuana, here's what they had to say. 45% said yes, 50% said no, and 5% are unsure how they'll vote. The poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 3.3%. You can find more results from our KELO TV poll online. We'll also be joined by KELOLAND.com's Ray Yost for a closer look at the results coming up later in the newscast. While on our website, be sure to visit our special Your Local Election Headquarters page. This will give you quick access to several helpful resources, including where to vote, a sample ballot, as well as our recent election-related stories.
Some absentee voters in Iowa say they can't send their ballots back because their return envelopes were already sealed when they got them. Cedric Bolton, the third with our CBS affiliate in Cedar Rapids, explains.
The Linn County's auditor office tells me they received calls from voters saying that they received their absentee ballots, but their return affidavit envelopes were already sealed.
They need to contact us so that we can get them an envelope that they can seal themselves. If they break the seal on a sealed envelope and then try to reseal it, that ballot will not be counted.
Matt Warfield, the Deputy Commissioner of Elections at the Linn County Auditor's Office, says they received about 30 calls about faulty envelope seals. For some, the slip of paper that prevents the adhesive from sticking was missing. But you can't just open it and put your ballot in anyway, at least not if you want your vote to count.
The seal of the affidavit envelope is very critical to the process. If that seal has been tampered with, that ballot will not be counted.
Another issue the auditor warns is when there's multiple voters in the same household mistakenly signing each other's designated envelopes.
We see it happen roughly about 50 times every election. So it's understandable. A couple sits down at the table, goes over the ballot together, and they miss that they swapped envelopes at some point in time.
Warfield says around 16,000 to 17,000 people in Linn County have voted absentee by mail so far, while nearly 12,000 cast their ballots early. Right now, they're seeing about 2,000 early voters a day.
Because we can take more time making sure that that process is gone through appropriately during early voting, rather than on election day where there is moments in time throughout election day where everybody is trying to vote.
The deadline to request an absentee ballot has already passed, but if you already have yours, you have until 8 p.m. November 5th to turn it into your local county auditor's office. And again, if there's something wrong with your ballot, contact your county auditor. In Cedar Rapids, Cedar Bolton III, Iowa's News Now.